All right, everybody. My name is Aiden. I'm the Chief of Fire and founder here at Taftville Fire. Recently, I have regained control of the fire department as the chief of department, and my staff and I have decided to come out with a town hall to quickly go over all of our updates, things that we're doing to the community, and just overall time to ask questions and get them answered from you guys. So, first off, thank you all for being here. As everyone knows, right now we are in the process of striving to achieve our new goal of opening up Taftville Roleplay. We will touch more on that, but right now we're going to start with TVFR and things that are changing. So everyone knows by now we've had a little bit of change in staff. People have been moved around. OES, except for training, has been deactivated as of now, and we have all kind of just came back to Taftville and settled into the chain of command. Chiefs that were determined to be demoted have been added to officers. We deactivated 15 and spread it out to the stations to boost activity, and strictly reinforce the at least once a shift a day rule with the Chiefs, so that they're not slacking on that. I do apologize. That's very uncharacteristic of us not to have a shift for 2 days. I do apologize. That will not happen again. I made sure of that when I found out. So yeah. When it comes to training, department standards, and everything else, Noah, who is part of our admin team and is a lieutenant here, did some God's work today and reassembled some of the Discord and made it a little bit more easily accessible. So thank you, Noah. He went through and gave us some form channels for all of our documentation, so now you guys can find our SOPs and SOGs pretty publicly and clearly. So now you guys can refer to those. When it comes to training standards, a training academy is being built by the dev team right after our new map is complete. They will be getting a new state-of-the-art facility with training apparatus. They'll have a training building, new training grounds for all of our training staff to put recruits through. In the future here, we are currently doing applications. So if you're interested in applying, you can join at discord.gg/tvfr. If you're a county resident here, you can just go down to our career center, pick the Taftville Fire Rescue application, and fill that out. Starting within at least the next month, so within a month, all departments will become a civil service based. So within a month, you will have to take a pre-test, and then you will be selected. 30 individuals will be selected to go to the academy twice a month. For the fire department, and virtually same for law enforcement agencies as well. When it comes to the fire department procedures, nothing else is really changing. Right now, we're trying to push 44's new fleet out. We are trying to separate ourselves from DBS as fast as possible. Our dev team has been made aware of that, and we have all of our cabs and bodies in the works. It's just we have a lot of apparatus to work for, so excuse that. And again, we have multiple projects, so they will be coming. It's just a matter of when. We have, we're hiring more people on the dev team daily to try to get these projects dispersed out. So that's with the rigs and all. Station-wise, when we move over to Taftville Roleplay, which I will cover in a minute more in depthly, the stations will be changing, and we'll be going back to classic Taftville stations from 2021, 2022 era. So if anyone from around then, you'll know what stations we're going to be using from back in that era. They're going to get a little bit of a touch-up, but they're virtually brand new, still to quality. So that's about with the Taftville Fire Rescue when it comes to updates for now. Obviously, we'll have memos released with further department information if needed. Your station commanders will be getting memos, and things will hopefully be improving. Station activity, I did our activity checks to the stations. Each station got more than I was anticipating and expecting, which I'm very proud of. So each station has got good numbers on their activity checks. So it's continue to maintain going the shifts, going every night, and just being the best we can be. I understand that us at the highest levels were gone for about 3 weeks. The only thing I can really address about that is all of us at the top were battered by the drama fests when it came from Hope's Gang, and then the drama back to back with dev groups that really did drain out all of us at the top. We weren't really truly expecting any of that to happen. We didn't plan for that. People just decided to get jealous or whatever the reason may be. And we conquered those issues, and we're back now after a little bit of a recharge. I took back command over Taftville just because of Malachi's foreseen circumstances in real life. And in my opinion, I believe that the agency has been striving away from our base moral point, and I want to rearrange that. I just want to make another thing clear. I have already announced to the officer staff. I'll make it clear inside of your guys' channel. If you are an officer, I made it very clear that the fooling around is going to be stopping, and that there are plenty of fire recruits, firefighters, probationary firefighters that work here, that senior firefighters that would love to get the job that you officers hold. So make sure you're upholding yourselves to another standard, because it takes a blink of an eye to replace lieutenant or captain, especially if you're on bad rapport with your subordinates and your station commander. Untouching on that and going on to Taftville Born, which is the big thing that's going on lately, that's kind of gotten the community kind of sparked back and rowdied up. Taftville Born roleplay, everybody, is coming. I will finally announce that I have halted all development operations for the entire community, and our entire ex-member dev team is currently working with Andy day in and day out to get our Taftville Born map complete. Just to give you guys a heads up, the map is already pretty much done, and it will be released within the next 4 to 5 days. And then once that's done, we're taking another 4 to 5 days to redo the Discord. And then we will be changing our genres officially to the roleplay community, and everything will switch over. When it comes to that, the new map is going to be 2 islands with 6 towns and villages. I have tested on my Xbox. It handles just fine on the Xboxes. It handles just fine on any lower end PC. So it is a much more accessible roleplay game for everybody to come out and play on. We are going to be striving to enter a 24-hour time period. So we're going to strive to have Taftville enter 24 hours. In a day, 24 hours a day will be Taftville roleplay, trying to be consecutive and continuous. So you guys will be able to check on at any part of the day, come on, clock on, do your job, and then whenever you want to get off, you can hop off. We are going to be using ROBLOX donations and USD donations like we have been, and we're going to go in and use those for advertisements on the game. So we're going to put behind advertisements that will be for 24 hours with multiple thousand Robux behind each one, to get a flow of members at least playing the game and taking a look. So yes, there will be. I was actually about to cover that. I was looking at the chat. There will be separate servers for all the agencies. The Discord server we are in today will become a hub for the residents and everything else. So when you are in this server, this will be just the normal hub for all of our county residents, our members to communicate in. This is where events are hosted, tryouts, application statuses, such like that. The Discords, you guys will go through. Citizens will be able to join them, and they'll be in a very secluded area. And then there will be an entire Discord behind that for department members. So yep, there will be Discords for everything to just help with organization, because we will have a judicial system. So we'll have a district attorney's office, we'll have public defenders, city judges, county judges. There'll be bail bonds. There will be a fully functional county jail that is ran by my staff at the sheriff's office, the jail correctional facility. So when you are arrested, there will be a holding facility that is already created. That you will be going to jail. There are times you have to serve. You can make bail, stuff like that. So there's quite a lot of different things that are going on in the new map that is a constant flow. So that's kind of how the Reborn is looking. With civilian ship, pretty much you guys will have in-game banking portals that you guys will be able to open in-game to check your money. You guys will get an automatic paycheck in-game for your job if you're on duty. If you're not on duty, then you get a small paycheck that is just like a county thing. They make a little bit of money, so that's how it works for pay. And pretty much the time you put on is the time much you get paid for. Money will be used to buy everything: houses, cars, property, businesses, the whole 9 yards. All of those will be available. We will have a business administration, a business committee that you can register businesses through. And yes, there will be a government. There will be a county and municipality government. Elections will be happening the first week that we open. So week 1 that we are open as a new community, will we be holding community elections for the positions. So when it comes to player count in game, we are been working very hard to make sure that the game is optimized for a proper amount of people inside the game. Can assure you that the reason that our game is laggy today is because it has a lot of things in it that are unnecessary, and it's been a show. Behind the scenes with the networking, that's why moving maps is what we've been doing, is just because it's logical to rework the back end of the community through that. The game we're in today just has so much integrated into it that it's pretty much impossible to untangle the knot that it is. So the new game is most definitely optimized for a large player count, and it should not have any effect. We also are fully prepared to switch our fleets to CSG to meet our number requirements if needed, which we already do have availabilities to make the CSG cars HSE with the normal lighting and our custom liveries, if need be. So there'll be campaigns and such. Yep. So there'll be campaign signs, and all of that inside the game, and multiple different things happening around the county and city when it comes to election time. There'll be a voting board and all of that goes down for the elections. Other than that, emergency services wide, we're looking at a full open RP, so you guys will be expecting hundreds of calls a day. Seriously. There's going to be pullable fire alarms in businesses. Motor vehicles have the no flip script and a crash script. So if they flip, they flip. If they crash, they crash. We have all sorts of different role plays happening at once that are out of that, plus fires. So requests from patrols, the whole 9 yards. So it will be a most definitely a very interesting endeavor. Any questions from anyone? That's pretty much what we have for now. The rest will be coming in more. Let's see here. Yep. Any questions? You can put them in the chat. So, yep, you guys will be able to you will not be able to pay public agencies, but you will be able to pay businesses and any other adverts like the news companies and such. But public departments will not have their signs. Yep, there'll still be a Metcom. Yep, and that actually might be becoming a paid department. You might be receiving paychecks via ROBLOX in that agency. Elections are every 3 months, every 3 to 6 months, depending on the position, depending on what the county determines. Let's see here. IST will not be a thing. They're becoming our civilian department. If you're IST, you're automatically a certified civilian. And you will be able to do the RPs that are under those guidelines. You are not able to join any team in this game, but in the Taftville community roleplay, you can join any team. In the actual Taftville roleplay community, which is an open roleplay game, which is coming directly after Taftville Born, which is an open type stuff. Yep, my account will be online 24/7. That's the idea. Let's see. EMT classes will be starting back up through the EMS service, which is under the fire department. Anyone can join EMS, and it actually civil service credits. Yep. So for the departments, we're looking at Taftville County Sheriff's, Taftville County DOT, Public Relations, Government Officials. We're looking at the Taftville Fire and Rescue, Taftville City Police later on. We're looking at adding pretty much every agency you can imagine. Yep, so the shift schedule, so it will be our continuous, yep, so with Noah, your question, shift schedules are going to be maintaining the same at 7:30 p.m. EST every single day, and we're going to try to do some fair events and recruitment events. It's still August. Some kids go to school, but most are usually on the East Coast, and don't go back until September. Certified civs will not have admin, no. Then you have to join the support team for that. The ranks, we have something called Blocks Link. It's kind of how you get your ranks now. Nothing will change. Chauffeurs plus should be paid. You guys will be all doubled up. You guys get in-game money. Dispatchers, we need dispatchers more paid than volunteer than the fire service and police officers. Let's see. No, chiefs aren't getting paid. Let's see.
One thing I would like to touch on is for all you guys watching on the YouTube, you may notice something new. We are doing this in game, and we actually have camera switching. I know the graphics are a little off, but that's to be expected. But this is once we go to the full-time thing, there will be a news station, and this will be a weekly, if not daily, occurrence. So that's my little message.
So quickly. Chauffeurs and officers are not getting paid. Okay, the reason that Metro is getting paid is because it's Metro Communications. They're going to be 24/7. That's how we can ensure people are going to be on 24/7 with Metro. So, how are we going to ensure people are on 24/7? And if you can't, what happens if there isn't? Well, there's going to be a volunteer agency on Taftville. So Taftville Fire Rescue will have volunteers that are paid that will be toned out through a county. I am responding through like the Discord, and will be toned out through the page, like their available TeamSpeak page, or they'll be toned out through the system. So, and when it comes to the people not being on, that's just every community comes with those hassles, but most RP communities are 24/7, and you just overcome those by gaining momentum. The more you come, the more you go. You know what I'm saying? You just gain momentum, and you continuously get people to go on 24/7. Well, Josh left administration, so I don't know where the pause point is. If you are a full-time firefighter, even though you are not permitted to be a volunteer unless you foresee a career in another agency. So unless you pass the civil service and the academy for another agency, you will just maintain your employment here. Let's see here. Yeah, there'll be a set one. When will all this be coming to Taftville? This will be in the next month to month and 2 weeks. This will all be coming. Will Taftville have a bigger city? Yes. There will be ARF. Yes, Taftville have a bigger city. This will be coming to Taftville within the next 1 month to 1.5 months. There is a set probational period because our academies are going to be every other week. So 1 week's hiring, 1 week's academy, 1 week's hiring, 1 week's academy. So there's only 2 academy classes a month. So pretty much you can do as many jobs as you want, but you have to balance them. I seen the civilian put that in the chat. You do have to balance your jobs. So you can have as many jobs as you please as long as you balance them. And if you're in emergency services, you can only be in chain of command in 1 department. So you can be a supervisor in as many as you want, but chain of command in 1. And as long as you can balance the jobs, then you can do what you need to do. The academy is 24/7 in this version of Taftville because we're just the fire and rescue. So you can just join Taftville Fire and Rescue and get put through the academy on your time. When we go to the new server, that will be changing to our time, and you'll be required to meet the standards that are given to you in your hiring process by the training command entry process. I will be moving out of this position, everyone, just to let you guys know. I don't know if I made that clear already, but within the next month and a half, I'll be moving out of this position into the sheriff's office and giving it back to whoever the next person is. I don't know if that's going to be the biggest map in the history of roleplay. I wouldn't say that, but we will have a decently sized map, yes. Both of our maps, the one we're going to be using to begin in, and then the one that we'll be using to... Nope. Like I said, Senior Apparatus, Chauffeur, Jam, multiple times. We have already had our... Oh, Jamie, Classy. We have already had our developers optimize the game. I've already stated this multiple times that the game is optimized for the performance. The game, like I said earlier, just so anyone that didn't hear me, like I said earlier, the game today is networked with a lot of bunches. And it's kind of hard to untie the knot of scripts that we have today in the backlog of our game. So, when we, that's when we're going to be moving over and everything will be fixed and it'll be optimized. Yes, so gear will be re-updated for the new version so that you guys are meeting, the new standard. I can't tell you how much lag cap because I don't own your computer. It just depends on how much computer you have, how much RAM, how much ability you have to play. But if you're on a low-end computer, then you should still be able to play just fine because my home laptop, when I had it, ran this server just fine. There are no new ranks in the fire department, no. There will be 44 and 5.6. Yep, they'll be continuing 44, 5.6. Yeah, 8 gigabytes of RAM will 100% work. This game is it's large and it's nice, but it's not over. No, none of our games right now are really truly be able to be played on iPad because we're not really able to develop the game into a mobile capacity like that. But Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, yes, you'll be able to play on those. Well, the new stations for Station 5, 6, and 4, 4. I'll give you 4, 4 will be a 7-bay station, and 5, 6 will be a 7-bay or 6-bay station. So, and these games and our apparatus are, again, guys, our apparatus are Andy's one of our apparatus developers for this game. They are optimized for the game. They are optimized for the game. So these apparatus are not going to be crazy and will make everything lag. Yep, SOC will still remain a division, yes. Yep. We are hoping to hire double stock, so we're hoping to hire double the stock guys we have today. Let's see. No, tow trucks will be on a safe team, but you have to work for a tow truck company. So you can either own a tow truck company, work for DOT, or work for someone that owns a tow truck company. It is all up to you. And all of that. So let's see. Yes, there will eventually, if we already have a lead of DOT, and eventually, if we needed to, there's gonna be no AI traffic. This game is 24/7 with civilians. J-Wall. What was I say? Yes. So if we so happened, you can show proof of being an old member in the band employees section. If somehow all 16 of our trucks get overfilled at one time, then yeah, we'd open up another station. But we're already gonna have another station, which is ARF and Rescue 1. So there's 4 stations total. There's 2 fire operational, there's 1 special operations, and there's 1 airport. But the Rescue 1 is in the northern part, Rescue 2 is in the southern part, Hazmat's in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Water rescues near the jail. So, any other questions quickly? Because we are entering our half-an-hour mark here. Oh, we have a in-game staff server that will have at least 2 server staff members at a time, monitoring all RP, and we will have ACS. Yes, we'll have ACS with ACS are for another time, not today. All right. Any other questions quickly? We will hopefully have an AED tool. All right, go ahead. Yes, there's a countryside and there's a more city side. Sure. All right, I'll pass this on to 6. Braden, you can stop the live stream. Thank you everyone on YouTube for stopping in. Remember Discord/TVFR to join. We're always hiring. We're always looking for new people, so come on down and join the big happy family here. All right, Mr. 6, you can address.